right. Just gonna wait for everybody to come in. Let me go ahead and share this. Let's see. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. 1 second. Let me share this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to share the link. Shout out to everyone who's here. So we're going to go ahead and get started today. Let me go ahead and put some things up. Hey, girl. Oh, I got to make you a moderator. I've been looking for your channel. All right. So. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started today. So what's up, guys and goddesses? Shout out to everyone who's watching this, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching this live. Shout out to everyone. As you can see below, stay tuned. We will be doing some live tarot readings here. So make sure you definitely stay tuned for that. Once again, my name is C, the Spiritual Goddess here. I am a spiritual, I guess you could say, counselor. I do tarot readings. I do magic, candle magic, different things like that. Think of me like your psychic bestie, basically. So I have notes and everything today. So what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about how to protect your time, protect yourself spiritually during this time or period. Please forgive me. The lights are kind of doing something weird. How does it look? Let me know in the comments below. How does it look? Hey, Jasmine girl.
It looks good. Yeah.
Make sure you guys like this video. Also, if you can for me, please make sure you share. Let me go ahead and pull a few things up. We're going to get into some things today, so I'm excited. So without further ado, I want to just see where's everyone from. So let me know below where you're from, where you're watching this from, how you're holding on, how you're holding up during this quarantine. Let me know. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to share this here. Okay. You are so ignorant. So for those of you who don't know, if you're watching the comments, we do have my husband Kyle here. He may add his 2 cents. He is one of our moderators. So make sure you guys show him some love. So today we are going to be talking about how to protect yourself as an empath. So how many of you know what it means to be an empath? Let me know in the comments below. Let me make sure I'm sharing. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to make sure I'm sharing this out to everyone. While I'm sharing this, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you also share. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So I had to make sure I shared this out. So and for those of you who are watching the replay, this will be edited in shorter sections. So if you want to see straight to the point without the tarot readings, you can definitely check that out. So like I was stating, we were talking about actually being empaths and what it actually means. For those of you who don't know if you're an empath, if you're empathic or not, you can definitely check out this website here. I have it's called highlysensitiverefuge.com. This is a very good website. Let me see if I can go ahead and share the screen. Okay. So this is the website here that I found here. If you're concerned or if you're wondering if you are empathic or not, I get a lot of people who ask me questions on basically, am I empathic? How do I protect myself? And this is some good tips starting off. The few things they tell you on here to know that you are. We can go through them right quick. One of the signs is you take on other people's emotions as your own. If you are someone who does that, I know I'm definitely one of those people. This can happen to you, and that can be really, really hard dealing with the world, especially with everything going on right now. The second one says sometimes you experience sudden, overwhelming emotions when you're in public. This is definitely me. A lot of psychics tend this happens to us. We have to know when to have that filter. You get what I mean? So the third one is the vibe of the room matters to you a lot. Oh my gosh, how many of you, and let me know if this is you, how many of you guys, if the room is not right, you ain't messing with it, you ain't dealing with it? Let me know how many of that is you, because I know most definitely that's me. For it, so it shows me it's 4 people in here, so I should have 4 likes. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget, we will be doing some tarot readings, so if you are interested in saving your spot in line, you can definitely feel free. And cash at me, or you can actually PayPal me $10. Okay, we'll be leaving all that information in the comment section. All right, so back to this here. So now here's the one that really got me, right? I want to tell you. Number 4, you understand where people are coming from. This is me. This is my favorite statement. This is one of my favorite things. I always try to see where people are coming from, which is good, but that can also be bad, especially when you take on those emotions. So the 5th one is people turn to you for advice. Tragic or violent events on TV can completely incapacitate you. That's definitely me, especially with the coronavirus, all the news with all the tragedy. That's definitely me. So I always tell my mom, like I was telling my mom today, I personally do not like to watch the news. I'd rather read my news, when I catch it. I'm not stupid. You do have to, see what's going on in the world out here. But that is definitely me, and I definitely can relate. How many of you can relate to that? Let me know in the comments below. So here's another one. I think my husband can agree on this. By the way, we are waiting for a package, so if you hear some ramblings, that's him leaving out here. Okay, so you can't contain your love of pets, animals, or babies. Definitely our pets. We always tell people like our pets are our fur babies. So especially him, because he's definitely the one who spoils them the most. Okay, so you might feel people's physical illness too, not just their emotions. Has that ever happened to you guys? I want to ask this because I used to feel this a lot. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, how many of you have actually, felt someone's sickness? I know that happened to me. I don't like to tell a lot of people this, but I felt certain loved ones who passed away. I felt their pain right before it. You get what I'm saying? So that is definitely a sign when you can physically feel. That's definitely a sign that you're very empathic. All right, so let's go through this here. We're almost done, guys. Thank you for checking me out. You can become overwhelmed in intimate relationships. Most definitely me there. You can sometimes what happens is we become so consumed in relationships that we become that person. And I'm not just talking about relationships like, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I'm talking about like friendships. I know that's been me. Sometimes you can become consumed in their issues that it becomes overwhelming sometimes. So that's another one. You're a walking lie detector. I have no choice, but I'm psychic. How many times have you been able to pick up on bullshit? Like, you know what I mean? That's definitely me. Okay, so you can't understand why any leader wouldn't put their teams first. How many of you are like this? Like, I'm the type of person, if something is not fair, if I feel like you're not treating your team right, if I feel like, which that's going to lead into some of the other things other topics that we're going to get into, that really, really bothers me. If you are definitely like that, you may be empathic. Okay. You have a calming effect on people and the power to heal them. That's another one. That's very deep. You cannot see someone in pain without wanting to help. That's definitely me. That's definitely me. So, that is this site here. I just want to show you guys that if for those of you, because I get questions about this all the time, people ask me, how do I know if I'm empathic, or how do I even know that? People want to know. So that is this site here. You can definitely check this out. I will leave this in the description box, in the comments. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. While Kyle is lighting up that happy flower, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments. Hey, boo. Guys, you're going to hear me say this all the time. Make sure you check out my homegirl Roshanda, okay? If you guys are looking for a home in the Metro Detroit area. Roshanda, you do it all over Michigan, right? You sell homes all over. Make sure you check her out. Leave your IG there. She is the deal, okay? Okay. And I don't know if she's still doing it because of the quarantine. I know she was doing virtual home tours. Now, who's going to do that for you? Okay. Now, who's going to have your back like that? You need to go ahead and check her out. Okay. Look, I just did a whole ad for you, girl. All right, guys. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Okay. Have to recharge. Okay. All right. So I wanted to talk about how you guys can protect yourself if you are empathic. So before we get on to the next topic, I wanted to go ahead. Hi, Blue Skies. I wanted to go ahead and actually show you guys how to protect yourself, or some tools you can use. So a few things you can do. Now, I'm letting you know this as a psychic. Me personally, this is what I use. Some things I use, but there's other things out here. Also, I would definitely suggest checking out Pretty Boss TV. She has some good videos on how to protect yourself. Okay, so the first thing you can get before we get to this, I want to start with here. This is something simple. Was it strong? It's too strong. Everybody, right? Kyle. Everybody in the comments, right? Kyle can take the happy flower. all right, back to it. Okay, so one thing everybody can go get. This is something everybody can go get. You can go buy this on Amazon. It costs $1. I mean, if you go to the right shop, everyone should have this. Mine's a little kind of wonky a little bit, but it's sage. Whether you are empathic or not, you just want to cleanse some negative energy. Sage is something that you should have. Okay, so make sure if you guys don't get anything else in this video, I would definitely suggest you go out and get you some sage. Okay, so that's the first thing. Another thing, before I get into the crystals that I have, yes, I want to show you guys some crystals, is spiritual baths and spiritual showers. I personally, because of the work I do, I like to try to do one once a week. I'm finding the more popular, not trying to say more popular, but the more popular my services are becoming, the more I have to do those more so often. If you guys hear some meow in the background, that's my cat. She's going crazy right now. But yeah, with everything that's going on, sometimes I do have to actually do a cleanse more than once a week. But if you are empathic, I definitely would suggest that. If you guys want me to do a video, let me know. And then the final thing, which I wanted to get into, is crystals. Yes, crystals and rocks, different things like that. So I have a few crystals that really helps me, and has been helping me. This one is, I think it's pronounced cellunite. Is that how you pronounce it? Selenite. That's how you pronounce it. And I'll leave links below for this, for those of you who come back, who wants to come back and watch the replay. This is good for anxiety and depression. And I paid for this. I think under $10 for this. This did not cost me. I believe this only cost $6 from Amazon. They're still shipping this out, so you can still get your hands on that. The next thing I definitely would suggest, which I tell everyone, if you've had my services before, I suggest this stone because it works so much. This is jet stone. So this is another stone that is very good for clearing away negative energy. A lot of psychics carry this. This is a very good stone to have. I definitely would suggest using this, meditating with this. That's a very good stone to have. And then the final two things I want to show you. This one I suggest get you guys to go out and get right now. My cat is doing something crazy. I suggest you guys go get this now. This is the aqua quartz. Not only is this good for clearing negative energy, this is also good for sickness and illness. A lot of people have claimed that this has treated them. So if you use this right, if you know what you're doing with this, you can definitely treat yourself. So I would definitely suggest getting this. And then also just getting some type of salt rock. This is good for healing. So those are my suggestions. I want to show you guys that there. I would definitely suggest picking up anything you have. If you can't afford to get any of these things, you can definitely just do you a spiritual shower, put some salt around the four corners, cleanse the negative energy, and call it a day. You might need to close. Yeah. So you can definitely, if you guys want some more information with that, hit me up on my IG. I will be happy to answer any questions about that. All right. So I know that was a lot. So how are you guys feeling in the comments? Have you guys checked out any of my actual readings that I did? We got into some things for my horoscopes. I just put out Scorpio. So I want to know, how are you guys liking the content? What content would you guys like to see? Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, and I'm just checking the live. Let's see who we got here. So shout out to Blue Skies. Shout out to my friend Roshanda. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you keep hitting that thumbs up and make sure you keep sharing this video. Sharing is definitely caring. And it helps me grow. Don't forget, let me pull this up for you guys. One second. Okay, so don't forget, you guys. I do have a few things that I have planned going on. Give me 1 second. I wanted to show you guys. We will be doing this every Friday for those of you who have been asking me. We definitely will be doing this every Friday. I will be doing different topics, and we will be doing tarot readings. I can't pull up the screen for some reason, but we will be doing tarot readings every Friday. So if you guys are interested, it is $5 for one question if you guys book ahead of time. So for those of you who want to reserve a spot, actually it's $5 for 2 questions this week, but you can pay your $5 in advance. Come to the live. I will also give you a number. That way you can remain anonymous. So your name doesn't even have to be put out there if you don't want. Guys, that is definitely a steal because my services cost more than that. So if you can't afford my normal services, no worries. You can always check out, my readings on my channel, or you can even come here and do a $5 reading in advance. Now, when you don't do it in advance, if you come to the live and you just happen to pop on, it is $10 for one question then, okay? So that's why you want to follow me on all of my social medias. I'm C the Spiritual Goddess on everything. You want to make sure you follow me there because you never know what specials I might have. You know the deal all up front. You know what I mean? All right. So before we get into some actual tarot readings, I have one more topic I want to discuss. And this one is just a short topic. So I don't know if you guys are on Facebook, if you follow those Facebook groups. I like to follow a lot of spiritual Facebook groups because they are very helpful. I'm planning on opening up one of my own soon, so I definitely will let you guys know. But there has been a debate regarding dark magic and hexing people and whether you should do it or not. Me as someone who does work for people, I do candle magic. That's the question I get a lot. For some reason, especially I have a lot of clients who's been really, really, really saying they've been duped by other spiritual workers. I'm not gonna put no names out here. I'm not that type of person. And they've been asking me, how do I feel about the whole hexing and dark magic thing? So this is what I think about it personally, okay? I see some people who say karma doesn't matter, and they're ready to put someone in a jar, they're ready to hex someone, and they're saying, hey, I'm all for it. All light is dark. It's all the same. Which I can see that on one hand. And then I see other people who say, I don't mess with it at all. I'm not fooling with that. That's negative. I'm not touching that at all. Where do I stand on it? I'm going to tell you where I stand on that. Me personally, I am the type of person that goes by the belief of, I personally am not the type that's going to put dark magic on anybody. I don't believe in doing dark magic except when you have to protect yourself. This is why I'm going to say that if you're not experienced, if you're someone who's not experienced and you're doing something of emotion, and I see this happen so many times, you can ask a lot of my clients. They have came to me. If you get any spiritual work done by me, before you get any spiritual work done by me, we do a tarot reading and it's mandatory. Some people say, well, why do you do that? Are you just trying to get this? No, it's included in the price. The reason why I say that is because I have to see where your head at, and then I have to go get permission from my ancestors, from my spiritual guides, from my people who cross over on the other side. So the reason why is because I see a lot of people, in particular women, go and put these hexes and do this magic because this guy don't want them, or this girl was talking to me a certain way, or my baby daddy is with this person, or he left me. And I always tell them, like, okay, but what is the lesson you can learn in this? Because I'm not saying that they're not effective. Yes, a lot of times they are effective, but what ends up happening is 2 things. One, if it was a lesson that you were supposed to learn in this, you're really hexing yourself. And not only does it not only can it hit you like 10 times worse, but it can also hit your children. I've seen that happen all the time. You know, sometimes I'm not trying to say this in a way, and I'm not trying to be long-winded when I say this. Sometimes it's not that that person has hurt you or what they did. Sometimes it's what you allowed. And sometimes when we think out emotion, because when you go through a breakup or a trauma or a fight or anything, you're emotional, and that's understandable. You get what I'm saying? But I always say, before you go starting to put someone in a jar or cross somebody or whatever you believe in, you know, doing, make sure that you're really asking, am I doing this out of emotion? Am I looking at what that person done to me, or am I looking at my hand in the situation? So I think that when it comes to dark magic, in a sense of it, I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I am all for it, especially when it comes to protection. I'm for it because I'm the type of person, especially if you do the type of work I do, then you know that, like, if I do some work, just do some work and take somebody money, do some work, and it's not good intentions, and I put a hex on somebody or whatever, that could come back to me. But I'm for dark magic for protection. I'm not for it to harm people necessarily for no reason, just because that person hurt your feelings, and he told you he didn't want to be with you no more. But you knew that girl when you first got with him, and he had a whole bunch of kids, or you don't like her because she has a different opinion on you, because sometimes that could come on you. I don't judge people who do dark magic. I don't do that. That does that for that reason. Like I said, I personally, I'm not going to say I'm against it. I'm not going to say I haven't tried it before. I have put some. Now, if you have come from me, I will put up some protection, but that's about it. But I'm not going to just put something on someone just because. That's my opinions of that. So if you have a different opinion of me, I love to hear it. I'm okay with that. Let's see what you guys are saying. The problem, karma, however, if you work more or less on occultist, then you have the ability to transmute karma. Okay, that's a very interesting point. Now, some people do, like, this is my friend Roshanda, right? That's her view. Some people do believe that, and I kind of could see that too. I can see that on that end. Here's the thing with that, though. With that being said, I kind of can see that, but see, with some of these people, this is the thing. What I want to say with that, a lot of you guys who's doing this magic or having someone doing this magic for you, you're not informed on why the situation happened to you. So that's the thing. If you can take not only responsibility and look at it as a lesson, because sometimes your ancestors be sending tragedy to you so you can learn out of the situation. You get what I'm saying? Some of you guys I see, not all of you, but some of you guys I see in this group who be wanting to try to remove hexes or, reverse curses. You guys will give your money to someone of a curse that you shouldn't have did in the first place, and then they can't reverse it because it's something you shouldn't have did in the first place. It's something that you have to learn in the situation. So what else? So let me see. Anybody else put any comments in here? Okay. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below for you guys who's watching the replay. But that's basically it, what I have to say about my topics here. I'm so thankful that you guys have came out. So we're going to go ahead and get into some readings. Let me check first. Let's see, because if we didn't get no cash app, then we may just do a collective reading. So let's see. So what do you guys think of this live so far? Let me know what you guys think so far of this live. If you guys would like to see more things like this, what's some more topics that you guys would like to see, let me know. All right, so we haven't received anything. I haven't received any notifications, so we're just going to go ahead and do a live collective reading. For those of you, if you guys do want to do a personal reading, if you want to book a personal reading with me, all that information will be left in the comment section. Oh, okay, we'll just put that there. You can book a reading with me at this time. My readings do start off at $22.22. But if you are a new first time client of mine and you want to book a private reading with me, I am giving all my new readers right now. I had a sale where I was giving $15 off of readings. I'm sorry, $10 off of readings, $30 or more. But right now, if you are a new client, that sale is still going on. So I have extended that sale. So if you do want to hit me up, all the information will be left. Also, yes, I agree. 100%, Roshanda. I agree 100%. Roshanda is one of my good witchy friends. Like, I'm so thankful that we reconnected. I'm so thankful for her. She's a dope person, guys. So make sure you check out her Instagram. Leave your Instagram, girl. Make sure you leave your Instagram so people can check you out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into some readings here. If you guys do want your question answered, definitely hit that Cash App and hit that PayPal. So we're gonna do a collective. Let's get the energy collectively. All right, let's see what spirits want us to know. What's the cards? So this is just a general collective reading. All right, we got the Six of Swords, and it's in reverse. This is the Ancestral Path. I love this tarot deck. It's so beautiful. This is the Eight of Swords. Got a lot of sword energy, so there's a lot of emotions going on. Ace of Swords, what is going on? We got a lot of sword energy. Okay, we're gonna pull one more final card. Ace of Circles. Okay. So, I mean, this kind of makes sense because of with everything that's going on. Also, give me my amethyst in here. I forget my amethyst. Okay. This makes sense with everything that's going on with the energy. So the first thing is I do see a lot of you do need to rest. A lot of you do need to get some rest here. But there's a lot of heavy emotions. I see. What I see what's going on is the reason why I said this makes sense because for some reason I'm feeling like some of you are feeling really, really, really emotional about the financial climate that's going on. I feel like some of you don't know what you're going to do. You feel like for some of you, I feel like you're at your wit's end and you feel like you don't know what you want to do. And some of you may feel like this is the end for you, but I'm telling you to keep going. Now, for some of you, I feel like some of you may have just had conflict with someone because about a particular situation regarding money. And I feel like because I got the Sun card in the Three of Circles, I feel like it's going to come out in your favor. Whatever you guys, I don't know if it's like some of you have been waiting on a particular lawsuit settlement or someone's did you wrong. Things are going to work out in your favor, I'm saying money-wise. So I do see that. I'm also picking up that someone here, let me see. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Let me see. So I'm picking up some of you. Let's see. Some of you are thinking about giving up on either whether it's a project or a program. It could be work. Maybe you think about walking out of work. You could be thinking about dropping out of school. I feel like things have been really, really hard, and then with this quarantine and bullshit, it ain't really making any better. So what I'm getting is I have the Three of Staffs in reverse. the Ace of Cups, and the Temperance, and then the Nine of Staves. So what I'm seeing for some of you, you have a decision on your hands. It's like you don't know if you want to either give up or if you want to continue on. Maybe it's a path that you thought that you were on. Some of you, this quarantine has you even thinking about career field changes. I feel like I see someone crying a lot. I feel like some of you, so that's telling me that you've been heavy with emotion. That's what it's telling me. If that's the case, what Spirit is saying, Nine of Staffs, is telling me that there's going to come a period where I feel like there's going to come a period of ending to this. However, if you don't get back on balance, this cycle is going to repeat itself for you. So that's what I'm getting. Let me know if that makes sense for any of you in the comments. This is just a general reading. I am taking people for some live readings now. Let me check and see if anybody has hit that cash app up. Where my phone go? What's that? Oh, here we go. So for those of you who won the contest, for those of you, I'm accurate, girl. Oh, you need to hit me up, girl. You need to hit me up in the inbox. We gotta talk about some things, girl. Okay, so for those of you who have won the readings last week for the contest, I know for some of you, you asked for a video reading. I am going to be doing that. I have a lot of things going on, so look out for a video that's for those of you who's booked a video reading. Look out for that to come sometime between this week, before this week ends, if not definitely on Tuesday. So definitely look out for that. Also next Friday, make sure you're here. We will be getting to some things next Friday. I am going to be doing some tarot readings longer. The price will be going up. So if you do want to reserve your spot, it is $5 so you can get your question answered, so you can get your question reserved, okay, and you can stay anonymous. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I have fun chilling with you guys. Like I said, we will be here next Friday. Leave me some comments below. Don't forget to check out my videos that I have posted. Sagittarius, your video should be up not too long after this, later on this evening. And then I do have some love readings and some pick a card readings coming up. So make sure you guys check that out. Until then, gods and goddesses, see you in the next video. Peace.